Uh, Today, I want to continue talking about the Tai Chi form and how do you time our form? How do we flow? Many people have questions about how fast should I move? How slow? What kind of speed are we talking about? How do we time our movement? These are all not based on one concept. It's based on several things like what level are you now? That's the important thing. Let's say you are a beginner student, like less than a year, for example, learning Wuhao, and you were struggling trying to learn the form, especially the first 6 months, and you're trying to learn it right also. So to try to get the timing is not going to be easy because you're still understanding the form. You still understand the body mechanics. You're still understanding the fall in the body. You're still understanding the shifting, the turning, and all that. So usually, most people, including myself, will do a little bit faster because it's easier. Okay? Some people do it slow, which is good. We do a little bit faster than normal that we would do now after 3 years of training. So based on my teaching experience, I recommend people just to copy it, do a little bit faster, so it's less stressful. Therefore, they can learn the form. A lot of it probably based on memory, not so much about consciousness. So that's a beginner level. Now, once you understand the form, you understand the body mechanics, then you want to go with the timing. Try to go a little bit slower than you normally go. Okay, so we have a little bit fast, slow, and a little bit slow. So go slow. So when you go slow, it becomes difficult because you will have to actually watch every move that you do through your mind, confirming the timing. Okay. So when you do that, then you will get more out of the Tai Chi form. But now I'm doing even slower. The slower you do, the more difficult it becomes for the flow and for the timing. Okay. Now, where do you go a little bit slower in your movement? That's a good question. Okay. So is that the entire form? Yes, if you can. If you cannot, at least go a lot slower in between the name of the move. For example, in Wuhao Tai Chi, let's talk about the 8 movement. The first movement is called beginning of Tai Chi. So we bend the knees to raise our hand. Okay. So when you bend your knees to raise your hand, and then we turn, bend your knees, raise your hand. That timing has to be together. Together means, let's say the timing is a scale of 1 to 10, you time it at 2. Very slow. At 2 is very slow. At 1, even slower. That's very difficult. Let's say at 2, the timing. Let's say you time it at 2. Very slow. And then when you turn, you also flow it at 2. So bend your knees to raise your hand, bend your knees to raise your hand, and then you go to 2, turn, bring your hand down. All this turning of lazy to Tai code has to, all the parts of the lazy to Tai code has to turn correctly. Correctly means has to time correctly. If you put a scale of 1 to 10 of your timing, let's not make it 2, let's make it 5. Give you more time to turn. If you make a scale of 1 to 10 of your timing of the parts of the move, let's say it's a 5, then every parts of the move has to be at the timing of a 5. Okay? So let's say you finish the movement of lazy to Tai code, which is after bringing down, shit it up, bring it open, close. So the next move is brush knee and palm strike. So before you do your brush knee and palm strike, you want to make sure that the scale of a 5 of your timing from the beginning of Tai Chi to that lazy to Tai code, every part of it is at a 5, the timing. No less, no more. If you do it that way, you are safe. Okay. So the movement go like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay. Now, when I taught you guys, whether it's online or through YouTube or even on live classes with my student, I mentioned that there is a stopping point in between the name of the move. Actually, when you learn Tai Chi the first time, if you really want to get a good timing, there's also a stopping point for every part of the move. So like lazy to Tai, beginning of Tai Chi, lazy to Tai code, there's a 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So there's a stopping point of 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay? At first, because you're trying to time it. Now, once you time it, you connect the flow together, still at the 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. The actual turning of the timing is at the completion of that name of that move. I hope you all follow that. So let me see who else is on here. We have Walter. We have Chingu, Colombia. That's awesome. Caesar. All right. So once you finish lazy to Tai code, Walter, can you inform Donna and Julio? If you can, send them a text. I'm online. So once you make that turn initiates the move of brush knee, there's something going on there when you finish lazy man to Tai code, and then from here you're going to do brush knee. As soon as you finish the move of lazy to Tai code, you start initiating the next major move, which is brush knee and palm strike. So when there is a change of the move, the name of the move, what happened is that, let's say this is the last part of the lazy to Tai code. This is an open close. Then what happened is that as you go over here to finish open close, you're going to come here and finish open close. Then there is a dip around like that, and then come from here, you start the brush knee and palm strike. Okay. And in the brush knee and palm strike, there again has many steps or many parts in it. Which one go first and what follow? Now, I don't have the box in front of me to show this to you, but today I'm giving you the concept. I'll do another lecture next time I actually show the steps of the timing. Okay, let me go through it one more time. So while you are doing lazy to Tai code, finish. No, not finish yet. The last part, which is this part, open, close. So you're coming here to open close. The next move is brush knee. You dip. So that means you're doing this to stop the movement, but the body is continuing moving, the mind is continuing moving, and now you start the brush knee. Does it make sense? Do you guys understand at all? Before I continue a little bit more of explaining this timing and flow. So, hello, Altos. Altos is on. That's very good. Let me go through one more time since Altos is just came on. We're talking about timing and the flow. How do we flow? How do we time? So when we let's do 8 movement. When we move the 8 movement from beginning Tai Chi, lazy to Tai Chi, every part of that movement have a timing. You set a timing. Bend your knees to raise your hand, turn, and then sing, and then shift forward, shift back, bring it down, open, close, half step. There is a timing. Every changes of that, let's say you put a 5 of your timing, the speed. You put it in your brain, that's a 5. So when you finish that, you connect the next move to brush knee. I'm talking about the 8 movement. Then you sit back and then you turn. So when you connect to the next move, from lazy to Tai Chi to brush knee, you have a stopping point. Every form, every name of the form has a stopping point. The stopping point is the connecting point, has a very special stopping point. The stopping point is not stop. It's like open, close here, coming towards the next move. Not open, going towards open, close, almost finishing lazy man to Tai Chi, connect to the next brush knee, and then boom, it goes. Okay? This is how you connect them. Okay? So therefore, the understanding is there is a stopping point. But when you get better over the years, the stopping point is even lesser and lesser and lesser. Okay, for the stopping point. Okay, if you are able to do the entire form, which very slow, all in the same timing, then it's a perfect thing. But just remember, every name of the form, lazy to Tai Chi, brush knee, that last lazy to Tai Chi movement to brush knee has a stopping point. But it's a blending into it. It's like bang, and then go, bang, and then go, bang, and then go. Okay? I will demonstrate it next time on the floor with you guys. So you have to have the understanding. Now, why do we need to have a timing? Let me go back a little bit explaining why. You need to have a timing because you want to set yourself in a very constant pace. So the mind tell the body or instruct the body, the emotional mind instruct this artificial intelligent body to move at a constant pace. Okay, once it's able to move at a constant pace, then the mind do not have to focus on doing that anymore because the mind got a lot of things to do for the body. Okay. If the mind just focus on that, then there's still more things the mind need to do in the future. So once you get the timing good, in between these move of the 8 movement, so there's 8 major stopping, and each move has a timing. So once you are able to synchronize all this timing, then the body doesn't have abrupt movement, quick movement. Okay? The body doesn't have it anymore. It's like a stream of water. When the water flows, it flows. It doesn't have this. If you have this, there's too much distraction in the water. Okay? So the water flow like this. Little bit, little bit, little bit. The best is when it flow like this. So when the water do this, just do that a little bit, it's okay. In between move, it has some changes. But when it's in between move, everything is going like that. If you are able to time it and flow it like that, then it's serene. And that's why we say that when we do Tai Chi, we have peace. That's what peace is all about. Peace is not like that. That's destruction. You know? That's not peace. Peace is like that. Everything is at a constant speed. When the body moving in peace, with the mind directing it in peace, then the mind do not have to focus on the peacefulness of the form anymore. Because already have it. The body already able to do it. Then when peace come in, then the whole body can create this harmonization. Everything is harmonized. If it's not harmonized, it's like this. When it's harmonized, it's like this. Even when you watch somebody doing a form, you would enjoy it. Because they were so peaceful when they move. They were so calm when they move. They were so serene when they move. When you watch it, you even feel peaceful. That's how powerful it is when you're peaceful. I'll tell you one experience that I had when I went to the Rishikesh. Rishikesh in India is the holy city of India. It is believed that all the saints were born there, which is true. They said that. And if you look at the Ganga River, Rishikesh is the very first part of where the Ganga River bottom start from there, where the water flow. At certain time of the water is so serene that you cannot even see the water is floating. It's like a sheet of ice moving like this. And when you watch it, it's so peaceful. That's what Tai Chi should be. Now, don't forget that this softness, the easiness, the sereneness that was going on is already has the perfect timing and the flow of it. Now, of course, don't forget, when you do timing and flow, you need to have the 13 body mechanics, 13 body methods of the Wu-Hao Tai Chi, which I will discuss one day with y'all. The 13 body methods, you need to have it, especially the first 8 methods, very fundamental to keep the form in good timing and flow. And you need to have the fold, all right? And you need to go slow, you need to go round, you need to go even, all that, to make somebody see you in peace. So that's very important. Let's see, anybody have any questions here? Walter asked a question, not sure what you said there. He said, can you do it with more time? Yes, you can use more time. Once you decided the time, you stick with the timing of your form. Don't change the timing in each one of them. You can only change the timing at first. You can only change the timing in between the move, not that move. Let's say you're doing lazy to taiko, and then you can't do that. So if you're going to do this timing, lazy to taiko, the timing all has to be the same, change. Let's say you finish lazy to taiko, you want to go brush knee, you want to go a little bit faster. That's okay. To me, I think it's okay. because it's a separate part of that move. But then all that move have to be the same timing. I'll recommend that way if that's what you're asking. Okay? But I would rather you do everything in the same timing so that it will have consistency of serenity. But remember, there's always a stopping point in the move, in between the move. Why 2 years ago, 2 years before, actually 1 year before my teacher passed away, I kind of felt like he wanted to go. He's already 95 years old. I went to see him. Actually, I saw him twice before he passed away. And I show my teacher's wife my video, one of the form that I perform. And she looked at it, she said, "Wow, you move different now. Your timing is different." I said, "Yeah." I decided to do it very slow. And then he told my teacher about it. Then I showed it to my teacher later on in the evening. And he looked at it. He asked me, "Why did I do that?" You know, the great thing about my teacher is that he is a very open-minded person. And he looked at that. He said, in the past, when we learn the form the first time, we do it slow. And then later, we do a little bit faster. And we still sometimes go back, do slow, and go a little bit faster. But no, not extra slow like you. Why do you do that? He asked me this question. Why did I do that? I said I was experimenting this, and I realized that the slower I do, the more difficult the form has to be executed. He asked me why. How come? I said, when you time it so slow, especially super slow, your mind have to meticulously calculate every part of your body movement. And I said, when I do that, I find it very difficult. But if I accomplish that, I find more peace. I find more fault about myself. I find more I want to go slower and deeper. Of course, the timing has to be correct, though. Don't get me wrong. And I find a sense of very powerful spirituality inside me. I told him. He looked at me and smiled. Just keep on doing what you're doing. I like your idea. So I was blessed when he said that. Remember, Grandmaster Wun Han, my teacher, is a very open-minded person. Even though he's from old school, but if you're able to convince him that your ideas work, he will accept. He will not argue with you. And even though sometimes he thinks that it's not working for him, he will still tell you to go ahead and explore that. That's what every teacher should do, to let the students explore their future of what they are and who they are. Everybody will do the form differently, just remember. But everybody have to follow the body mechanics, the flow, the timing, the flow, the 13 body methods of Wu Hao Tai Chi. I'm talking about Wu Hao Tai Chi. Everybody will have to follow that. But everybody will have their own flavor. Remember that. Because that flavor is you, but has all the constitution and the fundamental of Wu Hao. You can copy your teacher's flavor. You can copy your classmate yourself out of your teacher to become you. But lots of it is part of your teacher and our generation of teachers that have got into your system, and then you evolve out of it to be a better person. This is how Tai Chi can improve for generation to generation. Just remember. That's why we keep on getting new iPhones. iPhone 14 now. iPhone 15 is coming up in September already. See? So it evolved into a better machine each time. This human body the same way. This Tai Chi system has to be the same way. If you don't evolve, then the art becomes stagnant. Okay? It becomes stagnant. So it's very important that we see ourselves in progressions. That's why Tai Chi is done over and over and over again. That's why Tai Chi is 108 move, not 8, 13, 24, 32, 36. I did that because I want to convenience this crazy society of people have no time to learn Wu Hao Tai Chi, and it's so freaking slow. So I break it down for them to learn. Oh, I learned 8, I learned 13, I learned 24. Then I tell my neighbors I know 32, and then I tell my mother-in-law I know 36. Great. I say, okay, now let's put it together, make 108. And then you don't mind doing that because you suffer to 8, 13, 24, 32, 36. You don't mind doing 108 now. But that is the secret form, the 108 move. That's the secret form. Okay. The 8, 13, 24 is to make you easier to remember, to learn the basics in the form, make all the mistakes in the form, make all the changes in the form, make all the upgrades in the movement in 8, 13, 24, 32, 36. When you come to 108, it's there. And then you just connect them together. Then you got the perfect secret form. Okay? So that's all I got to say about timing and flow. I hope you understand all this. And next Wednesday, we will have our Discord classes. I decided to make this an open discussion here, open on YouTube, so that everybody in YouTube can benefit from it. Our next class is the form class. We will work on waving hands like clouds. Next Wednesday, the weather will be better, and will be a private YouTube on that. If any of you who are interested in joining our Wu Hao 108 online courses, you're more than welcome to join and sign up for it. There's a membership involved. You can join our server to find out all about it. My Discord server's name is Master Jimmy Wong. Thank you very much, and you guys have a nice day. Thank you.